back to another video. On today's video, I want to show you how I made this beautiful balloons, Spider-Man balloon setup. And I'm going to show you everything I use, how I made it, and all the steps. So if you want to see how that came out and how I made it, stay tuned. Here's my rolling cart. Here we'll be using this Spider-Man Airwalker balloon that I got on Amazon. I'll tag it down below if you guys are interested in getting it. It is 36 inches wide and 36 inches tall. So we're going to be using this. For balloons, we're going to be using 3 different sizes. So we're going to be using the Decomex Standard Red in a size 18. And then we're going to be using it in a size 5 inches and the size 12 inches. So this is how we're going to start our clusters, with those 3 sizes. And we're also going to use the color Pastel Navy in Decomex in those same 3 sizes, 18, 12, and 5. And I'm also going to use the color Black in Decomex in 18, 12, and I'm going to use the Callus in Black in 5 inch because they didn't have any 5 inches on the Decomex for this time. And lastly, we are going to be using the Luster Silver from Decomex in 12, 16, and 5. So those are the colors that we'll be using in the video, and then I'll tag them below in case you want to get them as well. Okay, to start off, we are going to be starting off with our 18 inches and 12 inches. Okay, so we're gonna start with the 12 inches. We're gonna blow this one to a medium size like this. Push them inside and tie them. So this is our medium little cluster of 2. Then we're gonna grab a 12 and the 18, and we're gonna a little smaller than the medium, and this one we will blow bigger to a little bigger than, so this one's smaller than the medium and this one bigger than the medium, and that is a little quad. And then we're gonna do 2 smaller in 12 inches like this, and we are gonna make a cluster of 6. So here is our first cluster of 6. This is our first color. Next we are going to do the color black, or black. Okay, we're gonna use our black for the next quad. So 12 inches. A 12 and an 18. And then another 12, a little smaller than the mediums. Okay, now we have our next quad, which I will tie together to this one. Okay, and then next I will do the silver. These balloons are super hard. I never used them before. didn't like that. You see how it doesn't give you a perfect round shape? You have to work with it. So one con about that. And a 12 and an 16. Then 2 mediums, smaller than the medium. I'm gonna tie that next to the black. That with its own balloon neck, of course, like you can tell. Let's see, like there, you see its own neck. And now we're gonna do the blue for last. Small and large, 2 mediums, and 2 smaller ones. And this one's gonna go after the silver. Same thing, grab its neck and tie it. Like so, and then we're gonna repeat this until I have the length that I want, which is going to be enough to cover my circle backdrop. So let me fast forward that. I just wanted to show you how I made my clusters, and now you can watch it in speed motion. Okay guys, I am starting another little garland for my backdrop that's gonna have like the shelves with all the goodie bags. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm starting that, so it's gonna be not too big, about 4 feet tall. So that's what I'm starting now. So we're gonna do that. Okay guys, so we are going to move on to doing details for our garland. So I counted 19 clusters of colors of the backdrop, the circle backdrop. So I counted 19 clusters. So I'm gonna be doing 2 little 5-inch quads per cluster. So that's gonna be like about 38. So I'm gonna do and I counted how many times I used the colors. So I used it 5 times. So I'm gonna do 10 little clusters of each color, and then so it's gonna be about 40 because I use 4 colors. And then just kind of as a guide of how much I'm gonna need. It's not a perfect count. You might need more, you might need less, but it's a guide that helps you kind of prepare for the event, and then when you're there you don't have to do as many. So that's kind of how I count them. So I pre-make them, just how I pre-make my garlands before going to the event, and then that's how I kind of go about it. 2 little clusters per color. Sometimes I need more, sometimes I need less, but that's kind of what I do. So I'm gonna start with those. So I'm gonna start doing each color. I'm gonna do 10 little quads, so it's gonna be 1, 2. I do 2 pumps, tie it, and then do 2 more, tie it, another 2, another 2, and then we will make this a quad. So that's how I do my little quads for my detail. So I'm gonna do another 9 of this in each color. So we're gonna do the black, the pastel navy, and the silver, and I'll be right back once I'm done with those. All my 5 inches are blown. I'm gonna start with my air walker. So let's blow that up. Okay, here's my Spider-Man. I'm gonna go ahead and tape him where he should be taped at, which it kind of has little guides of where should you be putting his body. Okay guys, so for the last part, we are gonna make some spiders to put around our garland. So we are going to start with like the tiny ones. So I do 1, 2 for the head, and then I do for the body 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want it bigger, so that's how I make the body. And then I grab my 260s in black, and I start making the legs. One, 2. So I start with 2 pumps. I kind of measure like 4 fingers, twist a little ball, and then the little ball, and then twist the ball. Like that, and then I just do like 6 fingers for the other part of the leg, and then I cut the excess. So I cut the air, and then I tie the end. Okay, and then I grab my glue dots and I grab my glue dot, stick it to one side, and put it right in the middle of the body, and then we go. We have one leg. Let's do the other one. Two little legs. And then this two I tie like that. And you also cut the necks of the balloons, the 5-inch, and you put it in there. And there you go, that's our cute little spider. You fix it, you flip it. It's a twist so it doesn't fall. So you twist it, you play with it. And there you are. So I'm gonna make a couple of this to put around our garland. Okay guys, for this part of the setup, I will be using this yarn I found at Walmart. So it's gonna be like a spider web. So this is what I'll be doing. I'll be tying it and then taping it with glue so it doesn't move around. So let's do that. Okay, so after I did the straight lines, now I'm doing the web, and just what I'm doing is grabbing the yarn and looping it through. So just twisting it to the other yarn that's already there, and then that's pretty much it. So just twist. First you tie in one place, and then you twist, twist, twist until you get like the perfect amount of web you want. You could have done more. I could have done more, but I just did 3 rows, but you could have done more so it looks a little fuller. And then you could also do it with the ruler so you have like a more symmetrical space. Okay guys, I'm gonna start tying my balloon garland with this 260 balloon. Okay, so I brought my garland here as well, and I tied it with my 260s. And then what I did once it was all tied, I actually used the necks of the balloons to tie it more firmly to the backdrop. So that's what you always see me doing, like in some of the places I grabbed the balloon and then tied it to the backdrop as well. And then I first used the 260s in the beginning to tie the balloons to my backdrop, and I'm gonna grab another little garland I made to finish up the bottom. But yeah guys, that's kind of how I tied the balloons to the backdrop. Okay guys, so you see how the backdrop is tilting back? It's this backdrop that I use that is not good quality, so I am gonna bring 2 stands to kind of push it forward so it doesn't tilt back. So let me go ahead and bring that. Okay guys, so I'm gonna use these clips to go ahead and install the garland there and install a garland there, and my 260s too. Okay, and what I'm doing here is grabbing my 5-inch balloons that I blew up in the beginning of the video and adding those to the garland with my glue dots. So that's all I'm doing there, just adding the little 5-inch clusters to the garland, whatever I think it's needed. Okay, now I'm gonna do clusters a little bigger, like a little garland, because I had extra and I could use them to fill up gaps. So I'm just tying them with each other. Okay guys, for our final touches, we are going to be adding our cute little spiders. And what you'll be seeing on the next clip, guys, is me adding the Airwalker Spider-Man to the garland. And what I did was use tape and glue dots to glue it to the garland. But for a more secure and stable installation, I would use the fishing string, so the clear one, to it, so it's more stable and won't fall. You know, not use tape and glue dots. I just use that here for practical. But if I was gonna use it in installation, I would use a fishing string. Okay guys, so I am done with our creation. As you can see, I made some cute little goodie bags and then the personalized snacks, and then I hung my Spider-Man, how I show you, with tape and glue dots. And yeah guys, this is the finished product. It took some time, but I hope you liked it and I hope you learned something. I had my little helper here help me. And yeah guys, it's hot, but look at the balloons. They're still standing. I ended up adding the little backdrops on the back, the stands, so they don't, the backdrop doesn't tilt back or forth. So I'll show you that too, so you can see how it looks from the back. But yeah, this is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So this is how the back looks. We put some heavy 50-pound bag on the back, and then this stand right here that's holding them up so it doesn't tilt, another sandbag, and another backdrop. And yeah guys, that's how I did it.